What is going on, guys? We're going to take a look at the top 25 Junkwax era cards sold on eBay September 2024. Only rules for this video, 1987 through 1994. No duplicated cards, but I do allow for autos or variants, and both allow graded and raw cards, although I don't really expect many raw cards in this particular video. But some of the other top 25 videos I have on the channel, yeah, we are going to see raw cards. Let's start off with this Barry Sanders dual 10. There's 136 PSA 10s with autographs out there. I think this 10 was kind of a generous grade on the autograph itself because you can see there's some parts that are bold and some parts that are light. Regardless, this sold for $3,600. Number 24, Beam Team Shaq in a 10. 127 PSA 10s out there. This one sold for $37.49. Charles Barkley, 1987 Fleer. Listen, if you're a big 87 Fleer fan, or if you enjoy seeing some of the commons sell for a crazy amount of money, well, this video is for you. Now, Charles Barkley, obviously a great basketball player, but there is going to be some commons in the set that you're going to be like, what is going on? Now, what I will say about this Barkley is if you look right over there, I know it's part of the cut, but I don't know if I would have given that one a 10. This one sold for $4,050. And you know what I'll say? I'm sure there is some 9s out there that look nicer than this 10. All right, Michael Cooper, 13 PSA 10s out there. This one sold for $4,438. Another one of those 87 Fleers. Griffey's dual autograph on a Tiffany. I see this card occasionally sell on this list. I love it because you get both the father and the son. You get both autographs on there. You get the Tiffany's. Now, the 89 Bowman Tiffany, there was a print run of 6,000 sets. So what I also will mention is in these videos, I'm going to try to do a better job explaining some of the print runs on the Tiffany sets because at least when I first started learning about them, I always assumed that Tiffany sets had a print run of 5,000 and I was way off. Some of these Tiffany boxes even had up to 30,000. We'll cover that in this video, but I want to do a better job educating on that side of things because I didn't know that when I first learned, and I feel like other people don't know that as well. All right, 1988 Topps Bo Jackson. This one has shocked me. There's only 8 PSA 10s with an autograph. This one sold for $5,100. Here's another Tiffany, but this one I was talking about, like the 87 Topps, they made 30,000 sets. That shocks me because I always thought Tiffany was a lot lower print run, but regardless, this one sold for $5,100. Could you imagine if they had 5,000 or 6,000 sets on this Bo Jackson, what it would actually go for? 1991 Upper Deck Michael Jordan. There's actually 2 of these 91 Upper Deck baseball autographs that sold this month, and it's a pretty popular card because it's Jordan's first baseball card out there. This one sold for $5,300 with an authentic grade and an auto of an 8. Another Michael Jordan, which obviously Michael Jordan cards tend to dominate this list when they're sold. But this is the Scoring Kings from Fleer Ultra. It's a 10 card set, and I believe it was 1 per box. Correct me if I am wrong. I did some initial research on it. This one sold for $5,400 in that 9.5 BGS grade. Jumping into the 16th spot, 1988 Fleer. And a PSA 10 for the All-Star team. There's 385 10s. This one sold for $5,400. Another Michael Jordan 1989 90 hoops on card autograph. $5,800 for this copy. John Williams card 122. There's 14 PSA 10s of this out there, and this one sold for $5,836. Oh. And by the way, it looks like you get a free hair with this card also. I wonder if that's actually in the slab or if that was just after. I don't know. Either way, for $5,836, you get a John Williams and a piece of hair. 1992 Stadium Club Beam Team Michael Jordan, 108 PSA 10s. This one sold for $6,000. Larry Bird, 1987 Fleer, 33 PSA 10s, which is kind of double some of these, double or triple some of these lower pops that we've been seeing, but regardless, this one sold for $6,100. Now, in my opinion, right, if you're spending this amount of money on a 10, Bird and Barkley, okay, I can maybe understand, although, you can find these cards very cheap in comparable condition, maybe not 10s. But compared to those commons, yeah, it's the basketball market's always interesting on these Fleer sets. Derek Jeter, 1993 SP. These are super condition sensitive, and this 9.5 sold for $7,000. Look, these Jeter cards are way down from the peak. I'm shocked how far they are down, but it still commands a pretty good premium. All right, let's jump into our honorable mentions. But before we jump into those honorable mentions, huge shout out to the video sponsor and the sponsor of the channel this month, which is Mantle, a social media platform that I've been using for quite a while, and I really enjoy the site. Like, imagine both Twitter and Instagram card content in one place. Well, that's what Mantle allows you to do, right? You have the Instagram side of things of posting cards in your collection or cards that you want. And then you also have the Twitter side of things where you get the newest card news. Maybe if you want to look at new boxes or hobby updates, card shows, all that in one place. And the best part is it's only collectible focus. So being that it is close to election season, every other social media platform flooded with politics. This one, no, it's going to be flooded with cards. Now, here's the deal. I've partnered with them this month to do a brand new user giveaway. We're going to be giving away 3 different items. The first is an 1888 Ginter flag. You can choose whatever flag you want. Then a 1960 Warren Spawn, pretty good shape. And then also $20 PayPal, so you can buy whatever card you want. My link is down below in the description and the comment section. So if you guys want to join and help with the channel, make sure to do that. Again, it is free to join Mantle. It's a social media website, and they are supporting us through a sponsorship. So if you do enjoy these videos, I would really appreciate it if you sign up and you get a free entry into getting one of these 3 items. All right, let's jump into these honorable mentions. Up first, we have a 1989 Bowman Ken Griffey Jr. Dual 10. And then there's 59 PSA 10s with an auto out there. This one sold for $34.38. Oh, by the way, the difference in price between this and a Tiffany is about 10x if you get the dual 10s. We covered one of the videos where there is the Tiffany and the 1010. I think it almost sold for $40,000 if I recall correctly. All right, John Lucas, another 87 Fleer, $3,400. There's only 17 of those Lucases. Shaq, Topps Gold, Dual 10, 8 PSA 10s with an auto. This one sold for $3,100. Mark Jackson, PSA 10. They have the Netflix documentary out there right now on the Mendez brother. And I've covered one of these Mark Jacksons before on a video. And I believe someone mentioned that these were only issued at stadiums or possibly team stores. I said check before the video. I couldn't find a ton of research on this. So please just confirm that. So that way, if I see another one of these perforated cards in a video, I'll just mention that. But I'm 99% sure that's what someone said in the comment section. All right, and I think this is our last one I mentioned, but Frank Thomas Desert Shield, 44 PSA 10s out there. I always will say, if you see these out raw, be very careful. There's a lot of aftermarket fakes with them. There's some fakes in slabs. All right, let's jump into our top 10. Now, up first, we're going to have a 1992 hologram of Michael Jordan card number 4. There's only pop 23 in PSA 10s, and this one sold for $7,500. Then we have a Brett Hall. This is interesting to me. He's a very good hockey player, but this is the only PSA 10 with an autograph. I would have thought there would have been more, but this one sold for $7,500, which for being a pop 1 dual 10, may be a little cheap. I know hockey isn't as popular as some other sports here in America, but Brett Hull was very, very good player. And being that it's a pop 1, it shocked me at $7,500. Although I still think there's a lot of potential to get other of these out there, but still, yeah, it's weird to me. Ken Griffey Jr. Dual 10. This one sold for $8,700. Man, the autograph, at least on this picture, it's blended in with this card, but still, first card Upper Deck produced, and also very iconic in the hobby. Pretty good price point. Alton Lister, 11 PSA 10s, $10,200 on this copy. Man, people love the registry, don't they? Kenner starting lineup, Michael Jordan, PSA 8 with an authentic auto, $10,500. These are issued with those figurines that you see. Another classic card, always featured here on this list when it sells, the Griffey and Mantle Dual Auto. And as I've said in other videos, right, You'll find some with only the Griffey auto. You'll find some with the Mantle auto. You'll find some with both. And also some of these were signed after market. I don't know how to tell those. There's forums online that talk about different autographs and things like that and what to look out for and pens. So if you're buying one of these cards, highly recommend that you research it. Yeah, because I think there would be a value difference if signed after market. And it's a shame that Upper Deck back then didn't mention that. All right, so, and I mentioned that I meant like on the back of the card, who only signed it, right? Dual, Mantle, or Griffey. One line they could have had. All right, Michael Jordan, 1988 Fleer. This looks like a pretty good 4 to me. Maybe there's some creases or some damage I don't see on the card. Maybe it's this right over here. I can't fully tell, but I think it's a nice looking 4 with this Jordan autograph. Very bold right here at the bottom. This one sold for $12,300. Number 3 spot, 1992 Hoops Superstars. Man, this is only a pop 4 and a PSA 10, and it sold for $13,099. Jumping into the 2 spot, 1901 Fleer 3D Wrapper Redemption. Now, I've covered this in another video, but I still pasted this for $4.99 and plus 50 cents handling. And 3 wrappers collectors could get their choice of any base card souped with the special coating. All the collector had to do was print their name, address, zip, blah, blah. It took 6 to 8 weeks, right? Grab them from sports collectors daily. But what's interesting to me, right, is card 29, which is the main Jordan card in that set. A 9 to 2075 in July, right? And that is card number 29. Now, the total pop on that was 100. The total pop on 375 is a pop 8. And it just shows you how much rarer this card is than the normal one. And that's why this one sold for $13,655. I questioned the sale at first. I'm like, why did this example of Team Leader outsell? And yeah, that's why. But regardless, let's jump into our number 1. And it's a Frank Thomas, no name on front. Now, from what I heard on social media recently, there's a PSA 10 going to auction. I'm really curious what that PSA 10 does. And this is one of the most famous era cards in the history of the hobby. This sold for $19,008.5. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want to watch last month's Junkwax video, it is on the screen right now. Thank you to our channel members. And if you join the channel, you'll be featured on all these videos. And if you want to support the channel and join Mantle, I would really appreciate it because they are sponsoring us this month. All right, guys, I will catch you in another video.